Am I the a-hole for acting first and moving out in the middle of the night? I 18F overheard conversations with my mom 39F and my dad 40M about how they plan to kick me out shortly after my 18th birthday. The way they were talking about it seemed like they were dead serious, and the way it was brought up multiple times made it seem like they were going to kick me out too. So I decided that I wouldn't give them the chance to kick me out and made plans with my friend Riley 17F to stay at her place until I graduate and moved into a college dorm or had an apartment of my own. Riley's parents were horrified at the thought my parents would kick me out the second I turned 18 and agreed to let me stay at their place as long as I graduated high school. Riley, her parents, and my boyfriend Cole 18M came after midnight to help me take my belongings to their car and drive me to Riley's house. My parents woke up in the middle of this and asked me what the hell was going on. I kinda shrugged and told them that I was moving out before they could kick me out. My parents tried to deny this and attempted to stop me from leaving, but there was nothing that they could do since I'm a legal adult. By the way, I wasn't just going to leave in the middle of the night without any goodbye. I already put a note on the kitchen table where my mom goes to first in the morning, explaining what happened. Right now, I'm at Riley's house in their spare bedroom, and I've gotten bombarded with calls from my parents asking me to come back and not to tell my grandparents about this. In one text, my mom called me an ungrateful bitch for leaving in the middle of the night and that she should have kicked me out sooner. I could have waited until I got hardcore proof they wanted to kick me out before moving out. Am I the a-hole for beating my parents to the chase and moving out in the middle of the night?
Here are the top comments.
That last bit? Well, there's your hardcore proof. Boom! Are you close to your grandparents? Do you think they'd want to know? If so, you've got quite the collection of texts to show them. Not the a-hole.
Exactly. I was thinking I should screenshot both the should have kicked you out sooner and the don't tell your grandparents messages, assuming the latter was also in a message and not just a phone call, and send both to the grandparents.
Not the a-hole, but please make sure you have all your important documents, birth certificate, passport, etc., and talk to your school about the situation so your parents can't use school-related things as leverage. If they have access to your bank account, get a new one at a new bank. Call the non-emergency number of the police and tell them that you are not a runaway and explain the situation. Good luck.
Not the a-hole. If it was one conversation that you overheard, I'd say you overreacted. But since it was several times and no note of sarcasm or joking, then you did right. Also, your mom saying she should have kicked you out sooner is pretty clear. The fact that they don't want your grandparents to know also shows they know it's wrong.
Not the a-hole, what your mom said, which goes to show how you were right to do it and to do it on your own timetable. I'm sorry your parents are so awful. Courage. The next few years will be tough as hell, but it's doable, especially with good friends like you have.